Guys, this is ridiculous.
You're guy. This family's toxic. I'm out. Siéntate.
So we're going to go all the way to Hollywood where we have Miriam Krushoop, award-winning director from Estilo Americano. ¿Qué pasa, Miriam? How are you? Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Pedro. I'm good. How are you?
I'm super honored to talk to you and to know that we're about to have a premiere of the movie Estilo Americano that has everything to do with our culture, with our people, with the Mexican Americans, and with politics. Oh, my God.
I know.
Tell me all about it and guide us to it. I want to be there. I want to be in the premiere, and I want all my people to show up and join us.
Thank you. I would like that too. I mean, you know, I've done a Latino film before, Green Card Warriors, and I have a lot of Latino friends. And you know what was happening under Trump. You know, picking so much on the Latino community. With ICE, with the children in cages, with families being separated. I thought it was such a negative narrative. And I'm like, man, like people got to come together and stand up. Like where are the Black Panthers in the Latino community? And I understand it's very difficult when you're like yourself from Puerto Rico, and when you're from El Salvador or Mexico, you're culturally different, you know, it's not the same. Yet we
are all the same now. We are all Mexicans, and with all the pride in the world, I can say that, you know.
Yeah, I know. You know, you're also, you're all being addressed as one group. So you have to come together. And yeah, I have many conversations with friends about this. You know, I used to hang out with a friend, Leticia. She shared a lot of stuff about her family, what was going on. And one of my really best friends, you know, turned out we have very opposite political views. And what I saw was happening, like families falling apart, relationships drifting apart, because, you know, there was such a negative narrative going out, you know, from our government. And I'm like, I need to document this moment in time and also talk about sort of how everybody in their own way experiences how to be Latino, like what their identity means to them, right? And someone who's first generation may experience it different than someone who's second generation. So all these elements and ingredients, I kind of put them together in a framework and in a fictional narrative. And I thought, you know, let's set it around Thanksgiving, something really American, and get all these characters together and see how that dynamic works. And everyone is really different, has different POVs. And of course, some truth and little twist at the end are revealed. And but it's very much about documenting a moment in time in a timeless way, you know, like that's why we shot it in black and white as well.
But is it the politics of what we go through as a family in time of politics? Is it also in time of pandemic? I mean, it includes all that we're going through? Did you film this recently?
So we filmed it right before the lockdown. And I agree, Pedro, it's a conversation that's happening at every table USA. Right? It's not just limited. It's grown to such an exponential, you know, size, what we're dealing with currently, and also due to the epidemic. So we shot it right before the lockdown, and then we did the whole post-production during the lockdown, which was obviously very challenging.
But you listen, right now we need that conversation. It is imperative that as a community and culturally that we face that reality, because in our tables, we are having serious arguments. We are very divided too as a community. We have people that are with him and we have people that are against him. And some people cannot believe that you're in either side, that you are there. So right now in history, we need this conversation. We need to be featured under the right light. And I'm just very curious because you're a Dutch woman, and I just want to know what connects your heart to us. What is that link, you know, in life that put you in that gave you that connection to really put that all that work, all the effort that you have to put in your life to make a difference for us?
Well, thanks. That's a great question, Pedro. And look, I've lived in America for a very long time, and in my work as a director and visual artist, I talk about social justice issues. I've done that for a very long time. Like I said, my film Green Card Warriors from 2014 was a Latino film. I create platform for voices, for unheard voices, for unseen people. And, you know, I gravitate towards those kind of subjects matter. At the same time, I have a lot of Latino friends. You know, I've lived in LA for a very long time and in New York. So, you know, it's all about diversity. I'm also mixed. So, yes, I'm Dutch, but, you know, I also have an American passport. So, you know, you're just human. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're all the same. We're all looking for the same. You find kindred souls in every demographic and every group, and it just happened to be that these are my people here. But at the same time, it's like you try to be objective. You know, give voices to worldly voices. You know, it's not just limited to a Latino voice or to an African American voice. You're just, you know, in my art as well, you're just looking for subjects that you feel need a platform right now, and I'm in a position where I'm able to give that, you know, that's a privilege.
So are we going to laugh? Are we going to cry? Are we going to argue? What's going to happen?
Oh, I hope you'll be touched by the story. I hope you'll be moved by the performances. And I hope people take away from it that, you know, again, we all want the same. Stop judging people and stop, you know, stereotyping. I think that's very important. And if you watch the movie, hopefully you get that away from it. And just be kinder to each other. We have to come together at this moment in time and go out and vote.
Well, on behalf of my community, I want to thank you because you look like my cousin. So, you know, I can relate to you. You relate to me, and you make a situation that really matters to us. How do I get to it? I mean, we are now, all the movies are closed. It is a movie that's coming out right now on the 19th, around the corner. What day is today? It's just happening right now. How do I get to it? I know, and I know because we have it right on the screen, so people get all the information. Estilo Americano. The premiere is on October 19th, and we go to loscortos.com. But what is that? How is that new way of going to see a movie? Can you please tell me in a simple way so our people can get to it?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, theaters are closed. We can't, you know, I make movies for theaters, but that's not happening right now. Okay. So, you know, you have these amazing platforms like Los Cortos that, you know, features Latino filmmakers, features Latino stories, the Latino narrative. So they've given us a platform and they said, you know, we'd love to feature your film. We feel it's powerful. And also it's a little piece of art, you know, I mean, it's the messaging, but you all want to make something beautiful with great performances. So it will be on there for a week, starting on Monday. The film is also screening at La Femme Film Festival, which is a fantastic film festival in Los Angeles. And it was 2 weeks ago at Urban World. So, you know, we're on some really, really great platforms. We're very honored.
This is beautiful. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching me or listening to me right now, share this content. It is important that we promote each other, support each other. And I'm honored to promote and to say that Los Cortos is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promote Hispanic filmmakers and content creators. But today we have a Dutch beautiful woman that has taken the time, the effort, and, you know, especially in this moment in history, that is, things take 10 times the effort, you know, and the money and really the concentration, because it isn't a regular time. Things have changed and we're getting used to the new way of living. And for you to do this, especially when we are approaching the elections, will really give us a different perspective and probably could clear our minds into the decision that we have to make. It's a decision that will last forever in our history. So I am grateful to you, Miriam Krushoop. Please, your message to our people, to my listeners, to my viewers. One more reason why we need to connect with you and we need to connect with Estilo Americano.
Well, first of all, keep listening to Pedro, right? Because he's the man. You know, listen, again, what I said earlier, Pedro, and why I wanted to make this film, why I had the urge, you know, we all have to come together, not just the Latino community, we as people, and we need to follow our moral compass and do the right thing and understand whether you're from Holland or Puerto Rico or Mexico or you're born in America. We all want the same thing, you know, we're all essentially the same. And, you know, we got to stop fighting and dividing each other and judging people. Like, who is someone else to say you're not allowed to be here, you know? So, you know, that's my main messaging. And I do that throughout all my work. Like, everybody has a story and everybody is worthy of sharing that story. And we should listen and understand and give each other space and don't judge. Bring it together.
Yes, and we're together right now. Thank you so much. La película es Estilo Americano. Ella es la directora de la película, una directora que ha ganado premios, y ella es Miriam Krushoop. Es Estilo Americano. Miriam, thank you so much. I'm going to make sure that I share this with the whole world right now, right here, right now. God bless you and gracias.
Muchas gracias, Pedro.
Besos.
Guys, this is ridiculous.
You're out. This family's toxic. I'm out.
Siéntate.